guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie and this is my YouTube channel. I'm finally putting out a video. I've been pretty busy. I know last time my video was pretty late and we've just been really busy at work. If you've kept up with my videos or anything, you know that I work for an airline. So right now it's kind of going sort of somewhat back to normal. And so we're really busy at work, constantly doing overtime. So it's really hard to find a chance in between work and baby and home to actually sit down and film. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a review on the Beaugen cushions. If you've seen my channel before, you've seen me talk about these on multiple videos. So if you're interested in knowing about the Beaugen cushions or just cushions in general, definitely keep on watching this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you like today's video, and go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started with this video. So this is what the Beaugen cushions look like I showed you earlier. They normally come all around just like this, not cut. I actually cut mine in the front, if you can see right there, but we'll talk about that later. But this is what they look like. They're like a silicone, really sticky sort of cushion that you put inside your flange, which I'm probably going to grab. I didn't bring one with me, but I'll probably get a flange to show you guys. But so this is mainly what they look like. They're made out of silicone, so they're meant to make your pumping more comfortable. So if you've pumped before or if you're currently pumping, you know that it's not always the most comfortable thing to do. Sometimes it like tugs at you or it just kind of hurts whenever your nipple's going into the flange. So a lot of people use coconut oil. I usually use like a pumping spray by Legendary, but you can either use that or you can also use cushions. So these, they make pumping more comfortable. They sort of keep from like your nipple rubbing, I guess, on the side of the flange, and it's not hurting as much because it's not rubbing on plastic and it's held back by the silicone. The other thing that these are great for, and that I've read a lot, are if you have elastic nipples, they kind of just hold them back. So they will hold everything back except for obviously your nipple that goes into the little, what do you call this, tunnel flange thing. And so they definitely help with that. They will hold them back and help you get a lot better output, because if you have elastic nipples, your nipples are just kind of like flopping back and forth in the flange and not actually expressing all the milk that you have in there. The other thing I wanted to say is that I know a lot of people get confused between cushions and actual inserts. So inserts, if you have a certain size, I think I've talked about them before, the Fit Me inserts, or the Free Me Fit Me inserts is what they call it. I'm not really sure. So inserts actually make your flange size smaller. So let's say you use like a 17 millimeter or like a 20 millimeter flange size, but obviously they don't make actual flange sizes that small. So you have to get an insert that is that size, and then you put it inside your flange so your tunnel is actually as small as whatever, you know, nipple size you need. So that is what inserts actually do. They make the flange size fit your actual size. Then cushions, they don't have a specific size. So these are just like a one size fit all kind of thing. You can put them pretty much in any flange. I know on their website they recommend that if you're anything smaller than like a, I don't even have my phone with me, but if you're anything smaller, I think it's like a 21, 22 millimeter, you're not supposed to use these in there because they actually won't fit in there and they'll just get stuck. So keep that in mind. I'll link everything down below and write it down if I take a look later on exactly what it says. That's the difference between actual inserts and cushions. The next thing I was going to talk about is that these that I currently have right now, I actually just opened these up last week, so they're fairly new. These are the 2.0s. So Beaugen came out with the 2.0s recently. I think it was, I don't remember if it was this year or like at the end of last year, but they recently just came out with these. And to be honest, I feel like they are a lot better than the 2.1s. So I don't have any, I do have 2.1s, but I cut them already, so you can't really tell. So the 2.1s, they pretty much look just like this, except that they were a lot longer. Like the little tunnel was a lot longer. And they had like little, I don't even know how to say, like a little like circle on each side, I guess, where the silicone gets pressed. So it was kind of annoying. I know a lot of people, I would read that they would get like little tears and stuff inside those little holes. I personally did not, but I did see where a lot of people had said that. But the 2.1s were a lot longer, so if you needed to use them specifically for the LV, you had to either turtleneck them down, like roll them down, or cut them. Now let me just say this about cutting them. On their website, they do not recommend that you cut your cushions, because if you cut them the wrong way, supposedly, you know, like you can hurt your nipple or anything. So do as I say, not as I do. So they don't recommend that you cut them. They recommend if you're going to use them for certain pumps, like such as like the LV, you just roll them down and turtleneck them down so they don't cover the suction holes in the flange. Now I did try that, but this is just now me personally. I cut mine because they don't work for me if I turtleneck them down. So this is just personally what I do. I've never had an issue with it. I've never hurt my nipple, and it's just personally what it works with me. But definitely do that at your discretion. Keep that in mind. They do not recommend doing that on the website. This is just personally what I do. But that is what I like about the 2.0s. So these are the 2.0s. So they're a lot shorter. The tunnel is actually a lot shorter. They don't actually have like the little circle thingies on the sides that you can tell like where the silicone was pressed. I don't know how they made them, but these like, they just look like this. Obviously mine are cut, so don't look at that, but they just look like this once you get them out the thing. They are a little more like flimsy and like sort of hard to like actually put into your flange when you first get them. And they're very, very sticky. So when you first get them, it's kind of hard to get them in your flange, and they just stick out like this. Like they're not going to be flush onto the flange until you actually put them on your boob. Once you actually put them on your boob and you pull the flange back out, they're going to be like perfectly around the flange. And then eventually once you wear them in, they will adjust. I feel like they kind of just like, you break them in, and once you put it in your flange, they just sort of stick onto there. I personally like the 2.0s because one, they don't have the little circles on the side where they get pressed. And then two, they are already really short. Like the little tube is already a little short, or the little like tunnel is a little short. So I don't actually have to cut them up here. I would just cut like a little V to make the hole for where I put them inside the LV flange, and they don't cover the suction holes. So these are probably my favorite, is the 2.0 version. I think they do still sell the 1.0 on the website, and they're the same price. They work just as well, to be honest. They're like, I think the only difference really is that these are shorter. The tunnel is shorter, and they just don't have like imprint on the side or like those little circles. But that's really the only difference I see between the 2.0s. But they honestly work. They work just as well. They work just as good. All right, guys. So next, as far as what pumps you can use these with, you can really use them with any pump. I mean, they really just go inside of your flange. So whatever flange you have, if you can put them inside the flange, they work perfectly. They help a lot with output. Personally, I have used them with my medalla, and I mean, I don't really care for them in my medalla. I tried them with my freemie, and I did see sort of a difference within like with output, is what I would say. But mainly the only thing that I use them with is my LV. Now, I cannot use my LV without them because my LV just, it doesn't like perform as well without it. I wish I had a flange with me to show you guys. But so the LV flange, the suction holes are right on top, and it's pretty short, like the tunnel and the LV flange. So if for some reason your nipple like covers the suction holes, you're not going to get as good output because obviously it's covering the suction holes, and it's not expressing your milk properly. And so what I've noticed with the Beaugen cushions, whenever I put them in, I cut the little V up top, so the little suction holes have space obviously to suction. And when I put it in, these I guess hold back my nipple where it won't let it pass the suction hole, and it won't let it like block the suction hole, and so it gives me perfect output. Sorry guys, my Depot is done mopping my house. But yeah, so they actually work perfectly. They hold back, I guess you would say like my nipple, so where it won't cover the suction hole. And it's the only way that I can get like perfect output with my LVs. And I've tested it out honestly because I've tried to pump without these with my LV, and I barely get anything, and it's because my nipple covers the suction holes. And so every time I wear this, it like works perfectly fine. It works like a charm. So really my LV is the only thing that I actually use the Beaugen cushions with. Now, if I didn't have the Beaugen cushions and I had the LV, I probably wouldn't be able to use my LV as well as I use it because I don't get as much output with it unless I have the Beaugen cushions. So if you have an LV and you have a lot of trouble with getting good suction or just getting good output in general, I know a lot of people struggle with getting their LV to work with their body at the beginning, definitely look into Beaugen cushions because they make a world of a difference, and it's the only way that I can honestly use my LV pump. Now, as far as how long they actually last, so on their website, I think, I don't have my phone with me. I wish I had my phone to tell you guys exactly, but I will probably put it somewhere around the screen here. So I'm pretty sure that they say you're supposed to replace them every like 4 to 6 weeks maybe, before they start like wearing out and tearing out and they don't actually function as well. But to be completely honest, I actually just opened up these last week, and the ones that I had used previously, I was using maybe for like 3 months, and they work just as good. I eventually threw them out because yeah, they do start wearing out and they get so like flimsy that they really don't do anything, and they're just like slippery. They're no longer sticky, and so you can tell once they've actually completely worn out. I've seen where a lot of people like have written reviews and stuff saying that they actually like it starts tearing apart. Now, I have never had that issue. Mind you, I cut it, so you would think that maybe it would tear like right where I cut it, and they don't. I mean, for me personally, they haven't torn or anything. The only thing that I noticed is that they did wear my last pair. They did wear out pretty bad. I mean, I used them for 3 months, and they only recommend using them for like 4 to 6 weeks. But I used them for 3 months. They were perfectly fine. I replaced them eventually. And mind you, I use my LV at least 1, 2, 3, probably like 3 to 4 times a day, and I always use the Beaugen cushions with it. So that kind of gives you an idea, like 3 to 4 times a day for 3 months. And I personally think that it was a good use out of that. They retail for $20, I believe, or $19.99 a pair. So they are a little pricey, but I definitely think that they are worth it if you are struggling, one, with like a LV pump, or you're just struggling with output in general. Definitely try them out. The other thing that obviously I recommend them for is if you just need some like comfort while pumping, because pumping is not all that comfortable all the time. If it's obviously hurting you or if it's painful, then definitely try to fix it. Get cushions, get inserts, you know, try different things. So I definitely recommend the cushions for that. Like I said, they do retail for like $20. I'm pretty sure like $19.99, but I do have a 50% off discount code for you guys. It's just Mama Steph. It'll save you 15% off your purchase. Definitely look into their website and sign up for like their emails, because sometimes they will actually do free shipping. So if you wait for a free shipping and then you use the code, you'll get free shipping and you'll get them for like $17. Definitely get your use out of them, unless they tear or something like that. And if they're still good, I don't believe you have to replace them exactly every like 4 to 6 weeks. I definitely think you can get a lot better use out of them. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. That is it for today's review. Definitely let me know what you guys think down below. If you try the Beaugen cushions, let me know how you like them. Let me know if they actually work out for you guys or what pumps you actually use them with. And yeah, I will see you guys on my next video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you liked today's video. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.